Hello, MoveEasy movers. Welcome to MoveEasy Yoga with Kathy. Today is June 4th, 2024, or whenever you're watching this video. Today's focus is going to be mostly on the legs. We'll do some regular stuff that we do, but a lot of leg, some hip stuff, some ankle stuff, lower body. For props, you'll want your trusty chair or whatever you put your legs on, just at first. Whatever when you're side lying, what you would put your head on. Some people use a block, and a good suggestion by Diana was to put a towel over it if it's too hard. Some people use a folded blanket, but we'll be doing some side lying stuff, and a strap because we'll be doing the leg stretch. So we're going to go ahead and start the way we normally do, with legs up on a chair for 7 minutes. My in-person students tell me this is their favorite part. Gee, I wonder why. So just a quick review. You want to make sure that your upper legs, your thighs are perpendicular. Well, not quite perpendicular, but your lower legs are definitely parallel to the ground. Your hips are a few inches away from the base, so your thighs are not totally perpendicular, but they're relaxed. You don't want them up too far or down too far. Your hips are at neutral. You've got a natural curve in your back. If your back does act like it's cranky, you can always roll up a towel or use a mobility strip. I think everybody here's got one of those, where you can roll up a towel and put it across the small of your back. Shoulders are relaxed. Bring yourself, your awareness into your yoga space. Breathe normally and just be for the next 7 minutes. Okay, 7 minutes is up. Stay where you are. Now, if you choose, you can roll your tongue under the roof of your mouth to help firm up your chin. We're going to do a cervical rotation, rolling our head from right to left 6 times slowly. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. All right. So the next thing we're doing is vagus nerve reset. Everybody's familiar with this. Our head is stationary, facing forward. Your eyes can be open or closed. So just move your eyes to the right. Wait for that sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. All I have to do is think of it and I yawn. And then eyes come back to center, and then you move your eyes to the left and wait for that reaction, the yawn, sigh, swallow, or gulp. We're trying to activate the vagus nerve with our optic nerve. So everybody go ahead and do this 2 times on each side. By doing this, we're relaxing our nervous system. So I'll give you your own time, do it at your own pace, and I'll give you a couple of minutes. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now you can leave your head on whatever support you put, or you can switch it out for a set of therapy balls or a sponge ball. I'm trying different things here. I'm trying a different set of therapy balls. So what we're going to be doing is moving our occipital ridge, that area between our ears runs along the scalp line, away from the rest of our body to reverse the fact that if you're like me, you look down a lot at your devices. So we want to stretch that part out. So what we're going to do is we're going to press that part of our neck back. You can do this sitting up, you can do it lying down. Since we're lying down, we're going to push it towards the floor, hold it, and then release it about 5 times. Now, excuse me, you may find that you'll have the same reaction as we did during the vagus nerve reset because we're still working on our vagus nerve here. And so I'm probably going to end up yawning a couple times. Well, let's go ahead. So press, hold, your chin's coming along, and release. And press, hold, and release. And press, hold, and release. 2 more times. Press, hold, and release. Oh, my vagus nerve is really active today. Press, hold, and release. Wow. Okay. Goodness. All right. So for our breathing exercise today, we're going to do a different kind of breathing. Let me see here. Yeah, it's kind of a combination. I was reading an article on breathing, and there are many, many different breathing exercises out there. But basically, what we're going to do is a combination of belly breathing and what's called 5-point breathing. And 5-point breathing is very simple. You inhale for 5, you hold for 5, and you exhale for 5. So it's a lot like square breathing, except it's 5-point. It's like triangle breathing. Now, while you're doing this, you're going to have your hands on your belly with your thumbs on your lower ribs, so your hands are on your belly. And when you breathe, you'll feel your belly expand. And when you inhale, you'll feel your belly expand. When you exhale, you'll feel it contract. So as we're doing our breathing, we're feeling our belly expand and contract. So let's go ahead and try that. So hands on your belly, your thumbs are on your lower ribs, so your hands are actually over your abdomen. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the reason you have your hands on your belly is mostly just for awareness of when the breath comes in, how it goes through your body. So let's do that again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. I like belly breathing because I like to be aware of what's happening when I take that breath in. It's a personal thing. So now I've lost track. Oh, there it is. Next thing we're doing is vacuum. Now you can keep your legs up on your chair or couch if you choose. I personally like to move my chair away. Now, whatever shape you take is up to you. But what we're trying to do here is tighten our pelvic floor. So if you want to keep your legs up, you can do that. If you want to be in what's called center pose, knees bent, legs, feet flat, you can do that. Again, I personally like my legs to be extended. So what we're doing is we're trying to tighten our pelvic floor. How we're going to do this is we're going to take a normal inhale, then exhale everything out of our lungs and hold it out. At the same time, we're going to press our belly button down to the floor so our back flattens against the floor. Hold our breath out for the count of 10 and then release. Very simple. So inhale, normal inhale. Now exhale everything out of your lungs, empty your lungs, hold it out, press that belly button down. You're creating a vacuum in your pelvic area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute to get your breath back. Normally doesn't take very long. We'll do this 2 more times. Take a normal inhale. Now empty your lungs and exhale everything out of your lungs. Press your belly button down, creating that vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. All right. Now a third time. Normal inhale. Exhale everything out of your lungs. Empty your lungs. Create your vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Okay, good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and come on up to sitting. Whichever way works for you. We're going to do our stretches, but we're going to do them a little differently. So normally, at this point, we're doing the side stretch. We're going to do it a little differently. So we're extend your legs out to a V. If you need to, you can lean back on your hands. But I would suggest sitting up for this first part. So you want to bring your right leg or your left leg up in a bent position and then lower that knee and bring the foot to your thigh. So this is like a sitting tree position. Now, your foot can be as close as you want, as is comfortable to your leg. Not everybody, I'm learning, can sit cross-legged. This is why we're doing this. And if your knee is uncomfortable, you can put a folded towel or a couple of washcloths under your knee, because some people don't like their knee up. Now, if you want to be cross-legged, you can, but I'm learning that in my in-person class, not everybody can sit that way. So you want to pull in your foot as closely as is comfortable for you. It may be at your knee. It may be all the way up your thigh. That's up to you. On the bent knee side, we've got our hand on the mat. Now we're just going to bend our elbow. This is the movement, is we are stretching this side. So it's very similar, other than the way we sit, to what we do before. And this is a 40-second hold. So the other arm comes up and over, and instead of stretching it along the mat, it's closer to you and your elbow is bending. So if you'll notice, my elbow is bending, but I'm still feeling this stretch along the side of my body. And we are still going to lower our arm at the 20-second mark and reach. with that arm. You'll still get that latissimus dorsi stretch. This is just a different way of sitting. It's very similar to what we do when we're sitting cross-legged. So since we are sitting this way, we're also going to do the thoracic rotation in this position. So again, you're sitting straight up, you're in good posture. If you want, and you're having trouble with this, you can always lean back a little bit on your hands, but you want to sit up in good posture, and you want to rotate your shoulders towards the mat knee, towards the short end of the mat. You've got your right hand behind you on your fingertips. Again, very similar to what we already do. And your left hand is wherever it's comfortable on your other leg. But your back is straight. I've noticed that makes a difference, and your chin is level. So we're going to go ahead and hold that position for 40 seconds. So here we go. Straight back, level chin. This still stretches the thoracic back. It just, not everybody can do this cross-legged. It might be easier for you to do it cross-legged. It might not. Yoga is all about adaptability, I'm learning. And when you have people in an in-person class, there's a lot of, I can't do this. Okay, let me show you a different way. And there we go. So let's go ahead and do the other side. So go ahead and lift up your leg and extend it out. You might want to shake it out a little bit if it's not used to being there. And we'll do the other leg. So we start by bending it and then moving our foot over and bringing the knee down. You're going to find your knee's going to be different on both sides. Again, you might want to put something under it. You know, folded towel or a pillow. We're going our hand is like maybe halfway. We're not stretching the arm out, but it's just like you're leaning towards your bent knee and your hand is just where it lands. So the other arm's going to come up and over 40 seconds. And you bend your elbow as you're leaning over. You'll notice my elbow is almost to the ground, but I'm still feeling that stretch from hip to underarm. And now go ahead and lower your arm like we normally do and reach for that corner, reach for that wall. You'll feel that lat stretch again, and I am feeling it from hip to underarm and down my back. And here we are, arm up, torso up. Okay. Now the thoracic rotation. So in this case, it's my left arm. It's going behind me on fingertips. Back is straight. Shoulders rotate to the short end of the mat, just like we do cross-legged. And this hand is wherever it lands most comfortable. So while you're here, of course, you can move your head back and forth. I didn't mention that on the other side. And if you move your ribs back and forth, although this is not as easy to do that if you're not cross-legged, because we are a little lopsided. So I would suggest just moving the head. But again, keeping your chin level with the floor and shoulders back straight. This is still a good thoracic stretch. And then come on around. Good job. Let's go ahead and bring this leg up and stretch it out. Maybe shake it up a little. It's not used to being bent. Now, let's go ahead and sit straight up. Now, if you have trouble with this, you can come back and support yourself with your arms. So I really liked that ankle and footwork we did on Saturday. So I thought I'd put some in today's routine. So what we're going to do is just flex and point and flex and point. Wake up our ankles a little bit. So we're going to, oops, I didn't have a time down on there. We'll do this for 40 seconds at your own pace. You don't have to do it at my pace, whatever works for you. If you want to do one at a time, you can do that. I think this is a really good ankle warm up. Again, you want to keep your back straight and your head up. Point flex. Yep. Now we're all done. All right. That woke up my ankles. I don't know about you. So now that we're sitting, and we're going to do some neck stretches, and you can sit any way you like. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit hero pose. I have some women that have issues with this pose too. A lot of times, if they can't sit cross-legged, they're like this, which is also good. You know, it's whatever's comfortable for you. So we're going to start with ear to shoulder. So again, I'm timing this. I'm starting on my right. So ear to shoulder, your back is still straight, shoulders are relaxed. And then take your nose and move it so it's pointing towards the floor. Feel that stretch on the opposite side. Still sitting up straight. We're holding this for 10 more seconds. And now point your nose forward and then raise your head. So we don't want to be twisting when we come up. We want to move the nose forward first and then raise. And we're going to do the other side, ear to shoulder. I have a tendency to lean when I do that, so make sure that you're still upright. And then take your nose and point it towards the floor. And just feel that stretch. I'm feeling it all the way from my shoulder up to my scalp line. Okay, nose forward, head up. Okay. Now we're going to do a cervical rotation like we did when we were lying down. So basically, we're just looking right to left. Do it at your own pace. I would suggest doing it slowly, but you don't have to do it at the pace I do it. Just right to left, keeping everything else still. Just your head is moving. Okay. And the next one, I meant to talk to you about this. I read in this article that moving your head in a circle excuse me, is not so good for your neck. So what we're going to do is we're going to do half circles. We're going to do from right up and down to the left and then back for 20 seconds. And then we're going to go down and back for 20 seconds. So we're not going to do a complete circle. So 20 seconds and start on the whichever side you choose and make it an arc. Look up and then down on the other side. And then come back up and down like a rainbow. And then up. There we go. That was 20 seconds. Now we're going to do the lower part for another 20 seconds. So again, I start on the right, looking right, and then down, end up looking left. Back is still straight, not slouching, moving slowly. And that was 20 seconds. So yeah, for some reason, and I don't know why, doing the whole circle is supposed to not be good for your neck. Okay, now we're going to be standing at the wall or door and do our stand-up stuff. So let me get set up here real quick.
While you're doing that, I can just confirm that many teachers do not like you to do a full circle with your neck. And
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because that's what this article said. And why is that, Via?
well, because you can hurt your neck.
Okay.
So do it. And there are several different alternatives, and this is one of them that Kathy's mentioned.
Yeah, the half circle. Yeah, okay. All right. So I guess, yeah, it's got, okay, it's not good for your neck. That's what the article said, but I guess I didn't understand exactly why. Okay, so we're going to do the back bend at the wall like we normally do. So we are standing a few inches away from the wall in good posture. Our arms will come up, elbows as close to your head as I'm just demonstrating it. Elbows as close to your head as possible, fingertips on the wall. If you'll notice, chest is expanded, hips are back. We're going to hold that for 40 seconds. It's a bone builder. That's why we do that. Okay, here we go. Arms up. Elbows as close to your head as possible. Head is straight forward. Fingertips on the wall. And we are holding this because it's a bone builder. Five seconds. Okay, come on down. I like that stretch. It feels good in my upper back. And now we're actually going to do standing on one foot since we are by something that will support us. And we're just going to do 30 seconds on each side. So you can start on whichever side you choose. Hang on to the wall and you can lift your foot up forward. You can hold it in front. You can hold it in back. You can, I call this the horse move. The idea is just to stand on one foot. And we're just going to do this for 30 seconds. 30 seconds? Yeah, 30 seconds. So here we go. Now I recommend staring straight ahead at something stationary and just focusing on that. Now I'm on carpet and I usually practice this on my floor. There we are, 30 seconds. Now the other way, So again, you have your options with your legs. And 30 seconds. Okay, good job. Now, one more thing before we go down. We're gonna do the march, the knee march, where you have your knees up. Now, at your own pace, we're gonna do this for 1 full minute. You're at your own pace, so I would suggest pacing yourself. And the idea is to bring your knee up just parallel to your hip and then back down. It doesn't have to come up all the way, just up. So here we go. 1 minute. And hang on to the wall. This is not a balance move. This is just, it's actually a core move. And it's also good for the hip flexors. So you don't have to go fast on this. This is just a nice, steady, supported march. Good for a lot of things. Good for your quads, good for your core. 1 second. And when you're doing something like this, you should be able to carry on a conversation. You don't want to be doing it so hard that you can't breathe and you can't talk. That's how I judge how fast I'm going. And that's it. Good job. Back to the mat. And you might want to have a wall handy. We're going to do the leg stretch. We may not get to everything I wanted to do today. So you don't have to be next to a wall, but I have found doing this leg stretch, because I do it in another class, it seems like it's much more efficient when you have your foot against a wall. So I'm going to start with my left foot against the wall and the strap around my right foot. Now you're holding one strap in each hand. If you're unable to have a straight leg, that's okay. You can bend your leg. The idea is you're stretching your hamstrings. So this is a 40-second hold. One foot's against the wall like you're standing on it. Your shoulders are relaxed, your elbows are relaxed, and you're pulling back gently with the strap. With as straight a leg as you can. If you need to bend your knee, that's okay, but you'll still get that stretch. I'm going to get in both my calf and my hamstrings. Okay. So now we're going to do leg stretch 2. So you take the strap, both straps in one hand, bring it off to the right. You can set it on something like a chair, a pillow, pile of blankets, if you don't want it hanging out in space like this. That's up to you, because not everybody can come down to the floor. I get no credit for that. It's hereditary. But wherever you are, you should feel a stretch at least I'm feeling it in my inner thigh. And there we go. 40 seconds. Now leg stretch 3, we're going to be shifting. So I said off. So the foot on the wall is going to shift. My hips will shift a little. Foot on the wall. Now it's the side of the foot that is on the floor. Toes are pointing to the left, and the leg comes over to the left. Let me set my timer. Your right hip's going to come up. Now you have choices here. You can leave your right shoulder on the floor to get a twist in, or you can bring it over with your leg. And again, you can have something on that side to put your foot on or not. It's up to you. This is another good stretch. Actually, I feel it all the way up. And there we go. Okay, so other side. So again, foot against the wall, toes pointed towards the ceiling. Arms, elbows, shoulders are all relaxed. Your leg is either slightly bent or straight, and you are gently pulling your foot and your leg back towards your head, getting that hamstring stretch. Oh, my hamstrings are always so tight, and my calves. Three, two, one. There we go. Okay. Now leg stretch number 2. Take this both straps in one hand, keeping your foot on the wall. Bring your leg out to one side as far as is comfortable. Rest it on something if you need to. That always feels better than having it hang out in space. Okay, that's 40 seconds there. And now for 3, we're going to shift our foot. We're going to shift our hip. Side of the foot is now on the floor. Left hip is up. Left leg is coming across. You can turn it into a rotation if you choose. Had to adjust. My heel was coming off the wall. Or you can come all the way over this way. And there we go. 40 seconds. Okay. So I said we would be side-lying. We're going to do one side-lying move because we're running out of time. And this is a quad stretch. Now, you can be side-lying with something under your head if you choose, or you can be up on your elbow. Now, if you are up on your elbow, you want to make sure that you got space between your elbow and your head. It's very easy to slouch like this when you're on your side. So you want to make sure that you're supporting yourself. We're going to do a quad stretch. And I'm starting on lying on my right side. So, and I'm on my elbow. And like I said, you can be actually lying on your side, but hips are stacked, knees are stacked, elbows stacked. And if I were lying on my side, shoulders stacked. So you start by bringing your leg forward, holding it with your arm. You might feel a stretch in your hip. And you can use a strap at this point if you can't do this, but you can slide your hand down, grab the top of your foot. You can also hold your pant leg, and keeping your knee down as much as possible, bring that foot back towards your hip. And you'll feel a stretch in the front of your thigh, quad stretch. We'll hold that for a few seconds. And then again, bring it forward, holding it with your arm. And see, I'm beginning to slouch. I need to straighten up again. And then slide your hand down. Or again, you can use a strap or just hold onto your pant leg. Try to keep your knee down. Don't angle it up if you can help it. And gently pull it back towards your hip. Feel that stretch. After we just did the leg stretch, this is actually a very good one because your legs have already stretched a little. Okay, and let's go over to the other side. Now, if you're lying on the other side, you don't have to lie the same way. You can like be on your elbow on one side and lie down on the other. Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. So again, though, make sure everything is stacked. Hips, knees, ankles, shoulders. And pull that leg forward with your arm. Slide your hand down. Grab your pant leg. You can use a strap at this point, trying to keep your knee parallel to the floor, not up, but try to keep it parallel and gently pull it back. When I do this, my back arches just a little bit. And I've got the top of my foot. My heel is towards my hip. And that's just a really good stretch right there. Now bring it forward again. Gently holding it with your, well, I'm holding it with my lower arm. And then slide your hand down or use a strap, trying to keep your knee down. Gently and slowly, but steadily pull that back. And I'm feeling this all the way from my knee, in the front of my knee to the front of my hip. From here all the way up to here. So it doesn't matter how far you go, it matters what you're feeling. Some people can't go as far as others, and that's fine as long as you feel that stretch. One more time. Pull it forward. And then pull it back. And as usual, I've got more written down than we had time to do. It's really hard to figure out the timing on these sometimes. And so that's pretty much it for today. Go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra. Lie somewhere comfortable, or you can be in a sitting position if you choose. Doesn't matter. As long as you are comfortable and you are warm enough or cool enough. as the case may be. You might want to put something over your eyes or even roll up in a blanket. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation. This works on your nervous system to balance your subtle energies and increase your mental harmony. It helps you to sharpen your concentration and shift your attention inward. I will guide you to move your attention through internal points as I mention them. Allow your awareness to flow to these points without moving any part of your body. Begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms out above your head. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, then the other. Stretch one side and then the other. And then both. Now bring your right knee up to your chest. And thank you, knee, for everything you do. Straighten that leg out. Bring your left knee up to your chest. Thank you, knee. I appreciate you. And straighten that leg out. Now bring both knees up and slowly roll back and forth, feeling that massage on your back organs, your lower back. Feels good. When you're ready, go ahead and roll to one side using your lower arm as support for your head. We're going to take a gratitude minute here. And I don't know how I keep seeing this everywhere I read. I was reading an article on happiness the other day, and they were saying an attitude of gratitude. Think of 3 things you're grateful for. Take 10 minutes for gratitude. So gratitude is very important. Be grateful for what you have. They say happiness is not getting what you want, it's wanting what you have. So I'm grateful to you guys for joining me today. I'm grateful we can join each other. So when you're ready, come on up to sitting. Going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself. Hands to your heart. Again, I want to thank you for joining me today, and I hope the rest of your day is peaceful, happy, and joyful, and full of gratitude. So let's end the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let's see, where is that?
I won't see you next to session.